Happy New Year for everybody in Japan. I'm going to try to say this correctly. Akemashite omedetou. Now, my girlfriend, Hiroko Suzuki, as you guys know, is moderating my YouTube channel for Japan. She told me that, there is a lot of interest from all of you about our health. As you know, we went to Mr. Olympia competition and came back with a corona positive. Me first, and then 2 days later, Hiroko. So thank you very much for your concern and constantly asking how we are doing. I'm going to tell you a little bit about corona, okay? Because I know that in Japan, you guys are very much protected and you're doing much better than here in America or what we do. So even before we went to Mr. Olympia, Hiroko was very afraid that we're gonna possibly get corona. Why? Because there was 3,000 to 5,000 people. We went there for 5 days, and she knew that I'm gonna take pictures, shake hands, and be with everybody. Plus, we were in the audience with everybody around cheering. So exactly what happened. 2 days later, when we came back, I started feeling ill. And if you guys don't know about corona, you get specific fatigue, exhaustion. I could not move. I slept for 20 hours a day, first 2 days, and then same thing happened to Hiroko, and she started being extremely tired. As you guys probably know, I've been known for being in shape year-round for many years. I'm going to be 57 years old in a couple of days, and I'm always in shape. I came up to 252 pounds in very good shape going to Mr. Olympia. I think that's about 114, 115 kilos. And when I came back, for the first time in my life, I had zero appetite. I could not eat. It's not that my taste was gone. No, I could taste it, I could smell it. That was not a symptom, but complete shutdown of appetite. I didn't basically eat anything. So in process, I lost 11 kilos so far, unfortunately. I could not be active, I could not eat, and as a consequence, as you know, this is what's gonna happen. But as soon as coronavirus hit me first and then Hiroko, of course, I consulted my sister, who is a medical doctor in Serbia and a professor in medical university, and my aunt, who works specifically in a COVID hospital in Serbia. And they, of course, instructed me a little bit more what I should look for. So even though it's viral infection, and you would think that antibiotics could not help, indeed, as your viral infection develops and spreads around your body and affects your lungs and heart and all other organs, there is very much likelihood of getting bacterial infection as well. So there are specific antibiotics suggested in this case. But also, what is important, it was not directly correlated to COVID, but we know that immunity is so important. So any nutritional supplement that can boost your immunity, antiviral, respiratory effect, antioxidants, anti-inflammatories, anything beneficial is gonna make you feel better and solve the issues and lower the symptoms. So from very beginning, I started taking enormous amounts of vitamin D3. And now, what is enormous? If you talk about 10,000 international units a day, well, I did 50,000 units a day. Vitamin C, if you would take 1 or 2 grams a day, that would be very much well. We were doing, both Hiroko and myself, 5 grams, 5,000 milligrams a day. Then you go to zinc, who is very, very recommended in corona. And you would take 10, 20, 30, or up to 40 milligrams a day as recommended. Well, for me, it's always, more is better. So we did 100 milligrams a day. Vitamin A, the N-acetylcysteine, alpha lipoic acid, anything that can benefit the selenium, B complex, vitamin B6. So Hiroko and I are both very much into the vitamins. We are ordering a lot of vitamins from Designer Health, very, very good pharmaceutical grade. And daily we are taking it. Now we did double. So as she was getting all those concerns, how are you guys doing? Honestly, we could not function properly. Most of the day we would sleep with the zero energy, extreme fatigue, high temperature. Hiroko was really, really bad. And her stomach was bad, so she was probably very sensitive. We started taking antibiotics. And by the way, of course, after we take antibiotics, we have to take probiotics as well afterwards. But I think that her condition worsened with antibiotics. She was just too sensitive to it. And then she had stomach issues, and poor girl, she couldn't really eat anything. And, we both lost a lot of weight. But, thankfully, we didn't get the respiratory problems. Thank God. So, somebody would consider that our symptom was not severe, they were mild. But I tell you, I'm 57 years old. I never felt so weak, so wasted. So Corona is very, very serious. It's not something that you are just playing with. Now, as soon as we tested positive, Health Administration here from Nevada called us immediately. They asked us when we started, having the symptoms, and then they would calculate, how many days you can be infectious or contagious. And they told us after 10 days, you can easily get out because you are no longer contagious. And I don't want to say this because I educated myself to talk to Hiroko. In Japan, I understand it's much different, and it takes much longer. But in many countries, here in the United States, 10 days is a period that you are contagious. You can spread, you can transmit the disease. I believe in Japan, you consider it can be longer. But when you do some research, in France is lower to 7 days, and Germany like 5 days. But most important thing is that I want to mention is obviously as honorable citizens, we do not want to spread the disease. So Hiroko and I decided we're just going to be in the house. Thankfully, we had a lot of food that we didn't have to go anywhere. So we didn't come out through the door at all until Friday, January 8th, when we decided to go and get retested. Now, also in many countries, including here, they don't even suggest that you're supposed to go to the test because you can test false positive. So they would suggest that, you wait for a couple of months. But for both me and Hiroko to feel safe, we went to be retested. Now, my training partner in California, Matt Maldonado, he was in Japan. He won a Japanese championship with the Hidetada being a promoter last year. And also Errol Moore, he is also professional. He competed at Olympia. They both also got Corona while they were at Olympia, like Dexter Jackson, like Shanique, like second place in 212, Kamal. There's many people that did get infected at Olympia. So I must say this, it is not safe, obviously. Big gatherings are not safe. But what I wanted to say is Matt Maldonado went for retest and he tested positive again. So I was afraid that both me and Hiroko would be testing positive. That would not be positive because our symptoms are gone. We feel good, we feel healthy. But to invite somebody to our home or to go somewhere, it is very risky. So we waited for 5 days, and finally today, I want to inform everybody, we both get negative tests. So we got the results, we are negative, and as soon as we got negative, what did we do? We both went to train. I trained with Hiroko, and we tried to do, right away my famous giant sets. And yeah, we did it, but I can tell you, yes, fatigue and weakness is still there, yes. So this is something that you can expect with Corona, and I would update you how it goes now. I want to get back to normal. I want to be super healthy. I don't want to get big again. So I plan to continue training and increase my calories. So speaking of calories, today, we went out and we both just wanted to have pizza. So that's not something that I would eat pizza maybe once or twice a year. But today, this is what we had. So yes, thank you for all the questions, well wishes, and concerns. But I want to officially tell you that both Hiroko and I are healthy. And now we're going to start rebuilding and start feeling, good, healthy eating and going back to a normal life. Of course, it's possibility that Corona returns. So we're going to both get a vaccine. Usually you should take a vaccine about at least a month after the original infection. So we're going to wait a little bit and we're going to do that. But I also want to mention this to you guys, even though in Japan it's not so widespread. Chris Cormier, as you guys know, he's a well-known bodybuilder champion. He got Corona, I think, March or April. It was very, very bad. So when I talked to him, he said that even to this day, he doesn't feel completely normal. So for you to understand, coronavirus can be from mild to moderate to severe. You can have these symptoms or that symptoms, but nobody knows because it's COVID-19 started in 2019. As it goes with medicine and diseases and pharmacology and physiology and pathophysiology, you have to spend long years of research. We don't know how long we're gonna possibly have symptoms and repercussions of this. So it is what it is. We beat the Corona first time. I hope nobody in Japan is affected. I think that Japan is percentually lowest infectious country in the world. I take my hat off. You are very disciplined and very cautious and very knowledgeable. But I want to share with you what we went through, and thankfully it is over. And I want to thank everybody in Japan for well wishes and concern. And I love you guys, and hopefully we'll see you this year later in Tokyo, planning to come back. Thank you.